Did you just get out of a toxic relationship and you're ready to jump right back into a new one and mess somebody else's life up?
I believe whoever the you want. I'm done with this.
Or maybe you like to go online and pretend to be somebody you're not.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, bro?
Well,
Oh.
I came here obviously to introduce you to Kiana.
Oh my God.
Or maybe you already have a relationship and you're one of those people that like to have their cake and eat it too.
The last time I caught Ronnie cheating, I got punched in the face for writing a note.
Whatever it is, my friends, stick around because I'm going to give you watching the top 5 dating websites for 2019. That was some good cake. Cue the intro! My God, did you write that script? That script was ridiculous. These people are going to think I'm nuts. So you think it was good? Really, Eugene? Come on. I got this intern, Eugene, and you don't even know what you're doing. You mean I'm a bad actor? Don't start with me, Eugene. I'm telling you right now, don't start with me. It's about lunchtime, and I'm not afraid to serve up some knuckle sandwiches for lunch with your name on it. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? You better edit all this out too. I don't want people seeing all this. You're freaking ridiculous. You did? Oh really? Really? You know what? Ah! Number 5.
I broke up with my ex-girl. Here's a number. Psych! That's the wrong number!
Alright, so here we are at number 5, Tinder. Now some people will argue that Tinder's not a real dating website and it's more of a hookup website. And it can go back and forth with being true, yes and no. But for me personally, it made my list at number 5. So here we go, you download the app, we have our profile right here, you upload a couple pictures of yourself, and it has your job description right here, if you went to college, school, whatever school you went to. You can put your favorite song where it says My Anthem. You can link your Instagram account to actually have more pictures displayed, like your Instagram pictures. For edit info, all there really is just an about you, right? Type about you, whatever you want people to know about you, and that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of detail as to it doesn't ask you questions and stuff like the other dating websites do. Over here you have your maximum distance, right? How far away you want your match to be. What you're looking for. They have men, women, men and women. They have your age range. And they're all just very easy sliders, right? And then they do have some premium stuff. So if you wanna throw your wallet at the dating website Tinder, right? They got some things where you can get unlimited likes because you do have a limit on the amount of people you can like. I think it's within 24 hours they give you a certain amount of likes. And once you reach that limit, they're like, okay, you gotta pay if you want to keep going. Otherwise, you gotta wait a little bit. But it's very simple to use. So you'll be hit with this main menu, right? So you got the person, and you can click right here, and it'll give you a little section. So it'll have the person's name, the age, what they do, how far away they are from you. And this goes based on your GPS, how far away they are from you. So it's not necessarily where you put at. So if you're on Tinder and maybe you're at your home, you'll have certain people you'll come across. But if you're like in a different state or somewhere and you're on Tinder, then you're gonna get different matches from people who are more like local, from where it goes based on your GPS. So you gotta keep that in mind when you're on here. So you're not like, you know, you're visiting your grandma, or you're visiting your friend or your brother or sister, and they're in like a different state, and you're on there and you meet somebody and it's like, oh damn, they live in that state. When you get back home, you ain't even know, right? But then they have their little about section, and that's pretty much it. And they have their Instagrams. And now here you go, you can go like, swipe right, or swipe left, right? So you can go left or right, and then star. So they give you these like super likes. You click it, bam. Whoa, I got a match right off the bat. Pistol Pete is popular. Right? So then if you match with somebody, you can send them a message or you can keep swiping. But you can only send them a message if it's a match. So basically, if they swipe right with you and then you swipe right with them, then you guys can message each other. Otherwise, it's not like, you know, I can't just message random people. So it kind of helps you in a sense, because it's like, okay, if this person's interested in you or not. So I definitely think Tinder has that good aspect to it. Like, it's not like people give it a bad rep, but I don't think it's too bad, right? Because at least it helps you, so you're not just randomly messaging people and you're kind of like, oh my God, are they gonna like me or not? You know what I mean? At least here, if you match with someone, you know that they're somewhat interested in you, unless they were just blind swiping, which sadly but quite a few people do that, where they're just swiping through, you know. But regardless, it helps, right? So then you go over here, and here we go. So you can go last photo, next photo, or open profile. So you can go like this and just go through and just click through all their different profiles, pictures. And they also have this thing where it's like animated, right? So you can make like a little gift to make your stuff stand out more. And then you go here, and then here you go. You go X, and see how it goes left, or you could go right if you want to go. This is the boost, I believe. Yeah. Be the top profile. Yeah, but you got to pay for this. So if you want to boost, there you go. Bam. So here you go. Like, swipe, no. Wait, what is this? Get Tinder Unlimited. No thanks. Oh, I'm clicking. Oh, this is the rewind button, right? So say you accidentally clicked. Oh man, I accidentally clicked the X button by mistake. I'm sitting here and my buddy was watching me and he was messing around and I was talking about how good this girl looked and he was like, nope, and he clicks the X on me. Oh man, I'm never gonna get her again. Bam. Here you go. They got this thing called rewind, right? And it'll rewind your, it'll let you go back in case you accidentally messed up. But of course, again, you gotta have Tinder Plus in order to do that. So that's one of their premium features. Otherwise, it's just like, swipe right, and basically that's it. And just matching with people, and then you have your matches, and then you have your messages. And it's pretty straightforward. So that, my friends, is number 5, Tinder. Number 4.
Look at all those chickens.
All right, and here we are at number 4, POF, aka Plenty of Fish. Right, so this one's way more detailed, right? So I just made a janky account just so I could show you guys. So one of the big things with this is it kind of has this thing where it's called chemistry predictor. So it gives you a lot of questions to answer. So then you do disagree, somewhat agree, you know, you go through here and you click this. And what it does is it's gonna try and match you with other people based on your answers, I guess, so that, you know, you have a chemistry, so to speak. So I'm just gonna go through it. I get nervous easily. We'll just go like this. I'm just gonna click through these. I'm not even reading them, right? I'm just literally like just going through it. But I don't wanna just go through and click all the same ones because it might think like I'm onto something, like I'm just cheating the system. I mean, I could, but it's a lot, right? So for this one, it's more in depth. Like you really got to sit here and set up your profile and answer. Like you have to answer all these questions. You can't just like go through like how Tinder was, where Tinder we just uploaded our picture, did a brief description about ourselves, and bam, we were in it. We were like ready to rock and roll. This is way more like click this, answer these questions. It wants to know more about you because it's trying to, you know, give you a higher quality date, so to speak, right? Me personally, I've met a few girls in my past time on POF. I think I've met, I want to say three or four girls I've met on here, and they were all the girls I met on here. It was not fun. It's gonna tell you a lot of stuff to read, and it just no. I just don't have the time for that. And now we got more tests, right? So we got all these tests it wants us to do, right? My sense of pride comes from relationships. And you know, you can take this as serious as you want it to, or you can just kind of like go through and just start clicking stuff like I am. But it's kind of asking you whether, you know, not at all like me, someone unlike me, someone like me, much like me. What you want, basically. Do you want someone to be like you, or do you want someone who's like the complete opposite? So it does give you that balance of, it helps you find what you want, you know? But personally, I can say from my experiences, I haven't had any luck on this website. You might be different though. You might actually have some luck. You never know. There's one thing I do have to say about this website though that I've come across is there's a lot, you got to be very careful because there's a lot of scammers on POF, right? This isn't, I mean, I'm sure there's I should have said this before on Tinder. There's some on Tinder. On Tinder there's a lot of girls who are like selling nudes and stuff if you're a guy. I don't know what it's like for like a straight girl trying to find a guy, but I know as a guy trying to find a girl on Tinder, there's a lot of girls who are like trying to sell nudes and sell Snapchat stuff and all that, you know. My matches. Okay, so here you go. You got your matches. These are the people that based on your answers it thinks would be a good fit for you, right? So these are all the people, and oh, you can also search down here, right? So you can search male, female, seeking what you're looking for. You have your age range, you have your ethnicities, your zip code, like where you live, and then how many miles you want them to be away from you. So unlike Tinder, this goes by your zip code. So you can put in your zip code, and it will give you people in your area. So it's not based off your like GPS location. So it's a little bit better. So then you can go to, they also have these other sections where it's like will respond, right? So if you go to this will respond button, it gives you a list of people that are good at responding back. So basically if they get a message, they will message the person back. So if you get a lot of messages and you're, you know, not ignoring people and you actually message them back and try and interact with them, you'll actually get put on this list. So you actually get like put on this list, which will give you, you know, more exposure. And also for the guys, you know, because I know as a guy, a lot of girls, you'll message a girl and like they'll completely ignore your message. They won't even like give you the time of day, right? They'll be like judgmental as fudge, and it's crazy, right? But at least this gives you like a better incentive, right? That at least there's a higher chance that you will get a response back. So you're not just wasting your time, right? This is like your sent messages, all the messages that you sent. Has like a history. Your favorites. You can favorite people who favorited you. I think you have to pay for that though. I'm not sure. And then it also says like online. It'll tell you who's online right now. If they have this little online thing right now, that means they're online right now. You can do viewed me, and you can check the last people who viewed you. Now see, this isn't. You don't have to pay for this you know, to see who viewed you. This is like every feature in POF is completely free. They do have some features that you have to pay for, but you honestly don't have to. Like, you can fully use this website like freely, and you don't have to pay at all. That's what's good about it. That's why it's number 4 on my list, because it's free. You know, you don't need to necessarily put any money into it at all. Like, okay, we already got one. What is this? It's probably a yeah. See, just by this, like, you guys got to be careful, guys. This is my guy street. It's like guy talk, right? You got to be careful because this is very shady. Like, don't fall for this. Like, I can already tell this is probably like a robot or something. If you go and you just look based off like the way the picture is, like if she looks conspicuous, and just like if it's really like very not detailed, you can tell that the person just made the account and it's probably like one of those robots and stuff. Now if I message the person back, I'll probably get watch, I'll just say hey. It'll send it right back really quick, right? And it'll probably be like a link. They'll send me a link to some like, you know, thing that is some like sex website or some stupid stuff like that. That's not even like, you know what I mean, that they're trying to get you to sign up for. So you got to be careful with that. But other than that, it's pretty good. It has its ups and downs, like I said. And then you also, let me go to my profile just so I can show you guys how you do it, like what you guys can have. So here you go. You'll have like your header. So I put YouTuber 2019, famous YouTuber. It has your about section, your details. See, this one's more detailed than Tinder. So it has your profession, your ethnicity, the city. I just put a fake city. I do not live here at all. I just made that up. Your personality, I put player. Your intent, whether you're seeking a relationship or not. And then down here it has some more stuff. Do you have a car? Longest relationship? So you can get all this information before you even message someone. Whereas on Tinder, you don't know what they're, you know, if they have a car or not. You don't know if they have children. You don't know if they do drugs or not. Whether, you know, they could lie easily. But this gives you a more incentive, you know. It gives you a better idea about the person, and then they can write like a brief description. So that, my friends, for me, is number 4. POF. Number 3.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop your fucking lying.
All right, and here we are with number 3, Match.com. Now this one is hard to label in the dating sites because this, in order to use Match, you like 100% need to pay for membership. So that is the biggest downfall with Match, is unlike Tinder and unlike POF, Match, in order to even message anyone, you have to have a paying membership. So that is like Match's biggest downfall, but on the flip side of it, it is also one of Match's positive sides to it, right? So you have to understand that, you know, on Match, you're not gonna have these fake accounts messaging you and stuff like that. It's more intuitive of, you know, people aren't gonna waste their money just to do that stuff. I mean, there are trolls. There are trolls who have nothing better to do and will pay to make a membership and do that, but it's a lot less encountered, right? I was on Match for like a year, and I only came across one catfish, right? So I think that's not too bad. I mean, I talked to a lot of girls, but I think I only met, out of all the girls that I actually like messaged, that actually messaged me back and forth on Match, I think I met maybe 2 or 3 out of that year. So I only actually met 2 or 3. But I did have one catfish that I met, that I messaged, and she was like, didn't want to, meet up, or would make excuses. We'd plan a date, and then it was like, oh, something came up all the time, and you could tell. You could just tell, you can almost tell. But in order to use Match, you have to have a membership. You won't be able to message anyone. You won't be able to see who likes you. You pretty much can't do anything. Like, the only thing you can do with a free membership on Match is make your own profile, and that's basically it, right? Another intuitive to let you know, I personally, this is my opinion, but I think this is true. If you don't have paying membership, I'm pretty sure that Match actually boosts you up, right? They boost you up on the list, and you'll get noticed a lot more. So you'll get people who like you, and in order to see likes, you have to pay. You'll get messages. In order to see messages, you have to pay. Whereas when you have that premium membership already, you don't really get the messages and the likes like you did when you had premium membership compared to when you don't. And I'm speaking this firsthand because I had Match for a year, and I didn't get a lot of messages first from girls. You know what I mean? I got some likes once in a while, but not a lot. It was mostly nothing really while I had premium membership. It was mostly me liking other people and trying to converse with them. But the moment that my premium membership expired, my profile absolutely blew up out of nowhere, right? So I stopped. I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna keep paying for this. This is a waste of money. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting messages all the time. I'm getting likes all the time, and it's kind of shady, right? It's a little bit shady that all of a sudden, now that I don't have membership, I'm getting all these likes and messages from people. Where was this when I had the premium membership? So it kind of makes me feel like, I don't know, something's going on, right? But when but they weren't fake accounts either. They were real accounts. But I really think that Match boosts the people who don't have accounts more to the people who do have accounts, so that they get that interaction, and then they're like, oh my god, I have a message but I can't see it. So in order to see it, I gotta pay for membership. You know what I mean? I think that's what they do. I don't think they do fake accounts. I definitely think every account on here is pretty real. But I do think that there's some stuff going on where they boost the people who don't have memberships. So they have the swipe thing like Tinder, and POF also has this too. So like all the other dating websites, they have this where you can like them or skip them, and it'll give you like a picture, a brief description, whether they're online, their percentage. This is basically kind of like how POF has their thing of matching if you're going to be compatible or not. So this is like an 83% compatibility, so to speak. So you can like or skip, you can like, and then it just goes to the next person. You can also send them messages though if you have the premium membership. It'll tell if they have kids, whether they want kids, whether they're married or not, their height, their body type, and then this is like their own personal description of them. Like, they write all this, and that's pretty much it. And then I think there's a hide from search. I'm pretty sure if you click on it, I think you can go into more in-depth. Like, yeah, here you go. So if you click on it, you can go into, they have this match phone where you can have your own like match phone number. So you can kind of like leave people personal messages almost. It's kind of like an answering machine, so to speak. Instead of giving out your phone number to someone, you can actually have a match phone number where you can talk and you can text, but it's weird, right? It's kind of like a way of if you don't want to give someone your real phone number, you can give them this number and communicate with them in a way, but you're already, you know, communicating back and forth through the messages, so it kind of seems like a waste. I don't know. They have this private mode, right, where you can make your profile visible only to the people you choose. So basically, if you don't want someone to see that that you viewed them, you can go into private mode, and it kind of hides your profile and hides that you were like watching, you know, viewing them. Call it creeper mode, right? Creeper mode. And then they also have this match me, where it kind of forces somebody to pick whether they want to match with you or not, which again is weird, right? So then they have this, and this is just another like, oh, if they're a drinker or not, and stuff like that. And then they have some more pictures, and then they also have this extra stuff where it's like their religion, their race, their education, whether they have cats, dogs, what animals they have, what sign they are, if they exercise or not. And then it also gives you this thing of like what you both like. So we both like watching sports. This is what we have in common. Watching sports, music, concerts, football, baseball, videos, movies, stuff like that. And then it also says what they're looking for. So we have 7 things in common that we're both looking for. You know, she's looking for someone between this certain height, with this certain body type, someone who never drinks, who's white, Caucasian, hazel eyes, light brown hair, doesn't smoke, just all this basic stuff pretty much. But that's pretty much it for Match. There's not a lot you can do with it unless you have paying membership, right? So it's hard, but you will find some quality. I will definitely say that the quality is good on this, for sure. The quality is good on Match.com. So I try it out, right? Like I would say try it out maybe for a month or 2. Well, you know what? Honestly, a month isn't probably long enough. I'd say probably 6 months. You probably have to try it out for at least 6 months before you get an idea of what it's going to be like. But you'll definitely find some quality stuff, for sure. Number 2.
Boyfriend? No problem.
Alright, so here we are with number 2 on the list. Social media. That's right. Y'all probably didn't ever think about this, but social media has become a dating site. Crazy, right? I bet y'all never thought about that. We got Twitter. We got Facebook. We got Instagram. We got MySpace. What? MySpace? Yeah, MySpace. All that stuff. Snapchat. Snapchat is debatable. Snapchat is debatable. But let me show you something. So check this out. So we'll go on Twitter first, right? So here's my Twitter, right? And you probably don't even know this, but you can actually search Twitter for, you know, people who are single, people who are looking to date, right? It's weird. You probably never thought about that. It's a little different on social media though, because it's not a straightforward dating website where it's not like people, you know people's intentions, right? You go on a dating website and you know people's intentions are to date. On social media, it's a little different, but it still has the same idea because people are on social media to do what? Be social, right? To be social. So you can just search Twitter for like hashtag single. And check this. Check this out. Single, right? And you can just type this and you will get all these people who post stuff that are single or use the hashtag single. I mean, it could be like, see, look at this guy. USA single for America. Dude, like, look at this. And then you could just go, right? What's poppin'? And you could just literally click on these people's tweets and start interacting with them, right? And there you go. You got yourself a new friend. Now, it's not... You gotta click on the person's page because you... Oh, she's a Scorpio too. Ooh, just like me. I love it. The only issue with social media meeting people this way is the fact that you're gonna meet people from all over, you know, the world, or all over the United States. That's the only downfall. Some people will have their location posted in their profile, like it'll say at least what state they're from. But again, like I could go, you could type in like single and then your state, and you might get something. You might get something. You know, let's see. Let me click on this guy. Let's see if it's using... Look, New Jersey, see? It's a guy. I mean, if you were a girl, I'm just saying, though, like, there's ways to find people, you know, in your state. You know, you could go single New Jersey, single New York. And you can just be creative with your searches, and you can just go and comment on one of their tweets, you know, and just start talking to them. Find something that they tweet about that you have in common, and it's that simple. It's free, you know what I mean? And it's kind of, there's no expectations because they're not necessarily looking, you know, they don't have expectations of, oh, I'm trying to date, you know what I mean? You can develop a lot of friendships that can lead into more just from interacting with people on social media. So I think that's why social media is my number 2 dating website. Even though it's not necessarily a dating website, but I think it's really good. And then we got Facebook. You go on to Facebook, right? Facebook's a little different, but it's kind of the same thing. You can literally search. You could search a city, or you can, I think you can even search single. Like, look at this. Single women. And there's groups. This is what's even better. Like, Facebook actually has groups that you can find, right? So you can join a group. They got, this is probably more like support groups. But you could go like dating, right? You could just literally type in dating. And you'll find some dating groups in here. Social media has become such a huge way to interact with people. And there's just so much stuff you can search. You can search cities. You can search dates. You can search literally anything. Anything you want to search, you can just search. Look at this. They got groups. Here we go. You got groups. They got, like, it's crazy. Anything. It doesn't matter how old you are. The groups. They have a group section that you can search. It's insane, right? And we'll go to Instagram is not as easy. I think Twitter and Facebook are probably the 2 easiest ones to meet people on. Instagram's kind of more like you already know the person, but you know, you can be friends with other people. You can search still, you know, you can search single. And hashtags will come up. You know, it's kind of the same thing. I feel like the Instagram's a little different though, because it's more like they people post pictures of themselves, and it's more. I feel like it's more hard to interact with people on Instagram than it is like Twitter or Facebook. But it's the same concept on every single one. If it has a search bar, and you could literally search in single, you could search in, you know, anything. And you can find people to just talk to and see where it goes from there. It's really cool. Just social media has become such a big thing. It's become such a huge interaction with each other that I feel like social media, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, has become a bigger thing than dating websites, right? I almost feel like it's taking over dating websites. Just because there's no expectations and there's no... There's no, what is the word I'm looking for? There's no pressure, really. You know what I mean? You're kind of just on there having fun, and then all of a sudden you just start interacting with people, and before you know it, bam, you met somebody. So that, my friends, is number 2. Social media. Number 1.
Blue are the words I say and what I think. I have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. My girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. My girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. My girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. My girlfriend.
All right, my friends, here we are at number 1. The holy grail of dating. OkCupid. All right, so I just fired up a new account so I could just go through and show you guys. So after we put our a little bit of information in, and we got what connections are you open to. So you can actually check what you are looking for personally, right? So they got hookups, new friends, short-term dating, long-term dating, whatever you fancy, right? And it changes in here. Or just get a dog. So it doesn't necessarily have to be. And then you can check this too, whether you're open to having multiple partners sexually, or just one partner. So it's up to you. So it gives you that option. Other websites don't, right? I don't think Match has this option, and I don't think POF has this option either. I'm not sure. I don't really remember, but I don't think that they have this option, which is different. And everyone can see this too. So make sure you check what your intended purposes are. What are you connecting? What are you looking at? And it has a lot too. So it can open up to all this, right? So we got men, women, but then it's got all these, like, I don't even know what half of these are. I don't know. It got transgenders, I know what that, transsexuals, two spirits, trans women, trans men. You literally, it's literally got everything you could want. It's very detailed to, specific what you're looking for. Or you could just check, I'm open to everyone, I don't discriminate anyone. It's up to you. And then it has your age, how old they should be. You can add a picture. Let me see. See if I could just add this picture real quick. It might not let me add it because it's not a face. I just want to get through. So, all right, so you gotta introduce yourself. Awesome YouTuber that makes awesome videos. So you can just, put whatever you want to put. Oh, man. And then they got some questions, too. So you can actually... these questions is not as, crazy as POF was, how we had to go through, hundreds and hundreds of questions. So this is a little bit not as bad, right? So it's how long do you want your relationship to be? You could just answer rest of my life. But then it also asks you what, so you have to answer the question, and then it wants to know what you would like your partner to say, right? So I would like it to be the rest of my life, but maybe my ideal person that I want, maybe it could be the rest of their life or several years, Maybe I'm not too picky and I won't be that has to be the rest of their life. You can change your answers. What you look for and what you feel, can be two different things in a sense. So it really gives you that extra customization. And you can just check this. If the question is complete bullshit and you just don't like the question, you can just check that and it won't even matter, right? So, which word best describes you, right? So maybe I'm carefree, but I want somebody who's not carefree. I want someone who's the complete opposite of me. So that's what this does. It gives you that chance to let people know what your answer would be, and then what do you want, So maybe you want someone who's the opposite of you. Maybe you want someone who's the same as you. Doesn't matter. However you want to do it, it's up to you. It's what you want. All right, so here we go. We're through. 2 hours later. All right, so here we go. We are in, and here we go. We got our profile right here. Your self summary, your current goal, right? So you can change this too, though. This is all changeable. You can change it to my dream job. Type in my dream job. Famous content creator, right? And you can add pictures too to make it more like jazzy. So you can really customize your profile really good on here, which is really what I really like about this is that it's very customizable, right? You can make it you. A lot of those other websites, they don't have so much personal customization and like that. Relationship type, like our relationship type, height, body type, ethnicity, all your basic stuff you can add. And you have your messages over here, your likes over here, and you can go to browse matches. And this is just what it match percentage, distance, last online. It has all these basic things. You can go over here and just scroll, and you can just click on people and start talking to them. It's that simple. You also have this little advanced bar, so you can actually search like what you want. Min, height. Maybe you only want somebody who is 5'4", and the max height you want to date somebody is 6 foot. Attractiveness. So this is another thing that's like based on like how many likes they get. So you can put somebody who like you want to be with somebody who's very attractive, or maybe average or above average. It's basically that attractiveness goes by popularity in a sense. You know, how popular they are. And then body type too, you can change this. Background, availability, what you're looking for, what they're looking for, whether they smoke, drink, do drugs, some of the questions. You can actually like look for specific questions throughout here, but I believe you have to pay for this feature, the A-list. So you probably have to pay for this too because it says A-list. So they have their premium membership is called A-list for OkCupid, and they have some okay things. OkCupid has some okay things, right? But so one of the things is you get to see who likes you. You get advanced search filters, which is like the attractiveness, the body type, the specific questions you can ask, and then they also have this message read receipt, so you can actually know who read your messages and who didn't. So you can basically be like, oh, you sent this person a message, and you can see if they read it and they just are ignoring you, because like that usually happens to me a lot. I'll message somebody. When I would message somebody, they would read it, and they wouldn't even respond back. They wouldn't even give me the time of day. So I don't know really why you would really want this, to know whether they read it or not. Because I mean, what do you want to? If they didn't respond back, they're obviously ignoring you. So it's like you just keep going on, right? But they have the different subscriptions: $20 for a month, 3 months for $15, you know, and obviously the more. So this is the basic, and then they have a premium one, which I think is even more, right? Yeah, this is even more, right? So they got a auto boost, so it'll boost you, so more people see you. Increased attractiveness, so basically you're paying for more people to see you. You can see how others answered their questions. So you know how we were going through those list of questions? You can actually see what other people answered before you even give your answer. So you can kind of manipulate it and be like, oh, this is what they want, so I'm gonna say that's what I want. You know what I mean? It's kind of shady, because it gives people a way to lie in a sense and not really be true to who they are, and it kind of gives people a way to, you know, be somebody else or be what that other person wants in order to get what you want. It's weird, right? And then this is the extra stuff, but this is the premium. What else do we get? Your conversations with mutual matches will always stick at the top of their conversations page. So basically, if you message somebody and you have this premium membership and you're like maybe having a conversation with a girl or a guy, but then they're actually also getting, you know, messages by a bunch of other people, your conversation with that person is going to constantly stay at the top of the list, right? So every time you message someone, it goes down. And then when you have like the newest messages are always at the top, and the other messages get pushed down. So they could be talking to like 20 different people at once, and you don't even know. And, you know, if your message isn't the newest, it's going to be pushed out. They're not even going to bother to go there. So what message priority does is it keeps your conversation to the top, so that they will always see your name and they will always see, you know, your conversation. So they'll be more inclined to reply back to you right away than somebody else. You know, it's, you got to pay to play, right? But you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. They also have this thing called double take, which is kind of like this. They have their own swipe right, swipe left thing. So it'll give you somebody, you can see their profile. The X is to swipe left. The star, I believe, is to swipe right. So you can just type this, and then it'll say if they're online, and then you go like this. And that's it. It's basically swipe right, swipe left. So it's the same thing as, you know, Tinder's main focus is that. POF has it in its, on its site. So it's another way that you can just go, but you do have to know that if you do swipe on somebody, you'll often get hit with like the messages where it'll say somebody likes you. In order to find out who likes you, you know, subscribe, you know. So it's a way that they try and get money out of you, so you can't see who likes you unless you pay money. But I found a way around that, right? So if somebody likes you and you get that notification, you don't have to go and pay money, you know, pay membership to see who liked you. You can literally come to the swipe left, swipe right little game, the double take or whatever you want to call it. And if you just go and you just start swiping right on people, right, you'll usually, it will usually give you a chance to swipe right or left on the person who liked you. So their profile will be in your list of people. So if you swipe right on somebody who likes you, it'll pop up right away, right? It'll pop up right away that you both like each other. And bam, you just seen it, right? And you didn't even have to wait. You didn't have to pay money or anything like that. See, so if you go here, like who likes you, right? And they want you to pay, but you don't have to pay. Like I said, there's always a way around it. If you just go to the double take and you start clicking on people and just start right swiping on them, eventually that person's profile that liked you is gonna pop up, and bam, if you right swipe it, you'll get that instant match, and then you'll know who liked you. You know, it's a way to get around it in case you don't have the money or don't want to. But for now, that is it, my friends. That is OkCupid as being the #1 dating website for 2019. Not to be mistaken, social media is #2. We got POF, we got Match. I switched those around, Match and then POF, and then Tinder. But those are the top 5, and guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna do a little short conclusion right now, but this is OkCupid all in all. I say it's a pretty good website. I've had pretty good success with it. Out of all 5 of them, out of Tinder, Match, POF, social media, and OkCupid, the most relationships I've ever had, or the most girls that I've ever even actually met in person, have been people that I've actually met off of OkCupid. So for me, I've had success for it, even though I'm still haven't had like that everlasting relationship. You know, I mean, I met my ex-wife on OkCupid, but you know, we're not married anymore, so it's ex-wife, you know what I mean? But we still, you know, I had fun. We had fun together for, you know, when it wasn't bad. So I would definitely say this is probably your best bet. It's easy to use. It's very detailed. There's not a lot of scammers. I mean, you're still gonna get scammers once in a while on here, but it's definitely less scammy. It's more genuine people on here. So I definitely suggest that you guys check it out if you're, you know, if you're looking for a companion. This is a pretty good website, I would say. All right, so that was my top 5 dating websites for 2019. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please pistol whip that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and ding the bell so you get that notification when I post new videos. I really, really, really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. And I hope it helped you. I hope you laughed from it. I hope you got something out of it, whether you laughed about it or you took it seriously, whatever it was. I hope it was entertaining and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But all in all, I just want to say this. In conclusion, dating websites, they suck, right? They really suck. And I would highly recommend that if you can, use dating websites as a last resort. You know, go out there, be active, have fun, enjoy life, you know, go on bike rides, go for walks around the park, do fun interactive things to meet new people in a way like that, instead of just, you know, sitting behind your computer or sitting behind your phone, you know, and swiping and scrolling. You know, get out there and be active and do stuff. Use online dating as kind of like a last resort. You know, it's not. You're gonna find a lot of crazy people on there, and you're gonna find a lot of shady people, and you're gonna find scammers, and you're gonna find all that stuff. Once in a while, though, you will find some genuine people. I'm not gonna lie. You know, there's still some good people who go on there. But, you know, there's very high expectations for dating websites. People are very judgmental on websites. And these are all things that you guys got to keep in mind if you're going to, you know, go into that and make that, you know, your all go-to way to find your next relationship. So stay active, have fun, enjoy life, get out there, you know, and just be the best you can be, and eventually you will find somebody. You will find somebody, I promise you that. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I'll see y'all in my next video, or I will see y'all in my live stream, because I also live stream on Twitch Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. My links and all my information is down below if you want to follow me on Twitter, if you want to follow me on Twitch, whatever it is. If you want to stay connected, stay connected. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video for real though. Pistol whip that like button for Pistol Pete. I love you guys. Thank y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all next video. We're at my live streams. Peace.